Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. And, not completely out of the zone. Had some at-bats that they were grinding through. I mean, quite a few 7-8 pitch at-bats where they're fouling off good pitches, and, those add up on a day like this.
Did he get hurt on one play?
The ball just came back and just stung for a few minutes. Needed to give him a break to let it go away, and then he was fine. Came back in at the end of the inning, and trainers gave the green light.
Speaking of guys you looked at, Richard early and then Rosario late. What was wrong with them?
I think the little bit of heat with Randall just took a swing and felt a little off balance. Rosario just a cramp, which could have been kind of the same thing. Getting used to playing in the heat and sweating as much as you do on days like this is something that you got to be pretty conscientious about hydrating ahead of time, and I think that might have got both of them.
Were there any plays you thought should have been made today that weren't made?
I think you look across every game we have, and I don't think anything stands out particularly today. One that changes the course of that game. Always plays I think are close to being made. Thought we made some pretty good plays. I think it came down today. Not getting as many good at bats as we wanted to, and running deep counts against us, running our starter out of the game early. I mean, that's kind of what it came to.
Mike, I know you spoke about the move of Matt Holliday in the lineup before the game, but obviously he did really well. But I want to get your take on just the idea of doing it. He's been there the whole season, a mainstay for you, someone to look to. Can you describe your mindset of why you wanted to make such a shakeup?
I don't make a big deal of it because I don't want the guys to make a big deal. We're going to put guys in different spots in the lineup, and there's no ownership on spots. We try and figure out what looks good, where each guy fits, and we're going to have to be flexible to see how we need to adjust as we go. But it's not a shakeup. It's Steven was able to be in that position for a couple times, and he's done well. Why not try and see if we can move guys around and keep something positive going? So it's not a big deal unless the guys make it a big deal.
Do you feel Levis-Diaz's base running is maybe a little underrated? I mean, he stole a base today and hustled around from first as well. Yeah,
it was reading the ball in the dirt. It's a great play. Just being heads up. He's looking to make plays when he's on the bases. I think he is going to be a better even base stealer. He's got instincts. He wants to go all the time. He realizes that's a big part of the game, and it's something he can bring to the table.
Matt Bowman's 7th consecutive outing without allowing a run. What is it about his stuff or his mentality here lately that's really helped him improve?
I think he's able to work the bottom of the zone. He's got very good sink, which allows him to be successful with the lefties as well as the righties. And he comes in pounding the strike zone and not afraid to use his off-speed and tough counts. Very hard to get along with. So he's got confidence in himself and his stuff, and he's been doing a great job for us.
How hard is that? How hard is that play for Pham when Prado doubles over his head in the fourth?
Ball's hit hard. Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot you're going to be able to do about that.
Mike, any takeaway from the weekend overall, not able to win the series coming out of the second half of the season? Is that frustrating? How do you view the 3 games as a whole?
I just view one game as frustrating, and we already had the frustration of the other game. Yesterday was when we celebrated, and just continues to be really good, and then just doesn't look quite right. And we're not going to be satisfied until it looks right on a consistent basis. And there's really no other way to say it. Keep saying the same thing over and over, but it's simple. It's what we demand of ourselves, and we're not getting it. So your question about frustration, we're going to be frustrated every time we walk off that field, and it doesn't look like we played the way that we should play. Whether you name whatever it is, whether it's our pitching, whether it's our defense, or whether it's the offense. And today was kind of a combination of a couple.
Are you still puzzled by the inconsistency of the bullpen?
Well, we got good arms down there. Guys can get the job done no matter what situation we put them in, and it kind of seems to go along with what we've got going as a club. It's really good sometimes, like exactly how we want it, and other times we're just going to have to fight our way through until we find that niche or find the rhythm of where everybody's going to go. And when you do move a guy out of the 9th inning, that does change the dynamics where everybody else is, and some of the predictability of where they be, and maybe comfortability. But we're going to have to wade through that until we get that sorted out. But we have plenty of talent down the bullpen to get the job done, no matter who we're facing.
Walk us get to the 4th inning. When did you see him start to struggle with Steve? Everything kind of build up to him there.
Yeah, I thought the fourth was his first real stressful inning. I mean, but even after the fourth, he had one run. I mean, he had to work hard. He gave up a few hits, and the first run he gave up was on a 2-out bunt, and so he wasn't really giving it up a lot. You could see that he was getting near the end, and obviously his pitch count after 4, he was right at 90, so he was right at the end, but. We had a lot of game left, a lot of pitching left that had to happen, and try to get him through it. And coming out in the 5th, things went bad in a hurry.